Okay, thank you very much for really this opportunity to express our thanks to Markham citizens. And actually, the almost or over 1 year passed since the last year's earthquake in Japan, and then the over 19,000 people dead, or either dead or missing. But actually, thanks to the support from all over the world, including the Markham citizens, we are now able to recover in a great extent, and most of the areas are back to normal. But at the same time, still people are suffering in the affected areas. So we will just expedite our efforts to reconstruct our country as soon as possible. And once again, I'd like to really thank all citizens in Toronto, in particular Chinese, Korean, or Asian people for their wonderful support. We'll never forget their great solidarity and sympathy to us. Thank you for this opportunity.
Can you tell us about the Canada-Japan relationship?
Well, and then just recently, as people may know, Prime Minister Harper just recently visited Japan and to have summit talks with his counterpart, Prime Minister Noda, and then they agreed to launch FTA, free trade agreement negotiation soon. And we really hope that if that arrangement is agreed, then our economic and business relations will be much expanded. So I think we are able to set a new, bright, future-oriented tone for wonderful relations. And I hope that now the most of the part in Japan have recovered to normality. So I really hope that many Torontonians, Canadian people could visit Japan for tourism as well as for business. Thank you.
And after the earthquake, can you tell us about the Japan's people's spirit, or
Well, I think Japanese people really through this the earthquake really showed wonderful resilience to the people of the world, and then in great part that was in great part due to the encouragement made by the international community. So I think Japanese people once again recognize the importance of the international cooperation. So we will, where necessary, we will continue to support people in the world, especially where natural disaster occur.
Markham Rising Sun campaign, $225,000 was raised and given to the JCC, Japanese Canadian Cultural Center, Japan Earthquake Relief Fund. It's a foundation. The money, 100% of the money that comes in is going out to Japan. And we haven't officially announced yet what we're going to do, but we're working today with the Consul General of Japan, and he's put us in touch with the 3 prefectural governments in the affected region. And through those governments, we're going to be making a major contribution to a fund to help the children in those regions. And in addition to that, we're working with 3 universities in the region, 1 medical school and 2 other universities, to offer scholarships for the next 4 or 5 years to some children who otherwise wouldn't get a chance to go. And this is, again, through the money that was raised from Markham, given to the Japan Earthquake Relief Fund at the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center. We now have over $1.5 million in total to create this kind of a scholarship program. So thank you very much.
Last year, through the efforts of our community, with the support of restaurants, with support of the Chinese community, and then a major gala that was held. We were able to raise $225,000 for the Markham Rising Sun campaign to help Japan with the relief efforts of the earthquake and the tsunami. And now, as a result of that, we were approached by the Consul General, the Japanese Consul General here in Toronto, Consul General Yamamoto, to host a special photo exhibit that really tells the story of the Tohoku region and rebuilding for a better tomorrow. You can see some of the devastation, but more importantly, you can see some of the rebuilding that's already happened and the hope of the people that live within that area as they rebuild their lives. So we're very honored to host it. It's here at the Markham Civic Center in the Great Hall, and it will be here until Friday the 13th. So between now and then, if you can drop by, if you're in the area, please come into the Great Hall and have a look at this wonderful exhibit. It makes me proud that we were able to raise $225,000 towards the relief effort, and then to see some of these photos, not only the devastation, but really what's happened since and the tremendous hope that the Japanese nation has.
Just push it all the way back.